Welcome, everybody, to the epic India/Kerala Q&A. Yes, you heard that right. We just finished our adventure.
We had a lot of fun down in the southern state of Kerala, so we thought we'd share more of that fun with you, relive some of the journey by answering your guys' questions, and they were very epic questions.
Yeah, the few that we got, we did a post and we got some good questions, and then I tried to look back through our comments, and most of the comments were statements, varying and very angry, and sometimes happy, nice statements. So we got some decent ones for you today, so let's hope we can answer them very well.
So let's get into the questions.
The first one here we have, what was the best part of the journey that you really enjoyed? It was quite the journey. A lot happened. So to narrow it down to the best is actually kind of hard.
The highlights that I just remember off the top of my head, the 4D Theater in Kochi was quite the experience.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then basically all of the things we did with Tiny, the buffet, Varkala, and Kovalam beaches. Very epic spots.
What about burning your mouth with spicy food?
It's something that was so painful that my brain blocked it.
Did your brain also block pooping it out later that night?
And for the next weeks, no, not at all. I wish.
I also love Barbecue Nation. It's always fun going to Barbecue Nation, so that's always a thing
That's
to
very
enjoy.
true. Very true.
Crispy corn. How is it so good? The next question, it totally has to do with Kerala. Actually, it's more of an India question. Visit Rishikesh?
Yeah, that'd be a very cool spot. Our homie, Gabriel Traveler, we don't actually know him, we just watch his videos. He went to Rishikesh, and it looks like a cool place. There's like a little bridge and and some cool mountains.
We had a plan at one point to go there, and that plan just did not come to fruition at all, and we ended up in other places. So I think one day on our next trip to India, we'll hopefully go to places like that because we want to check out the north. We haven't been to the north yet, only the south.
You may figure out very quickly that we have lots of different plans. I'm sure you'll hear later in this video about plans. So don't
do
get
you
your hopes
mean?
too up about anything.
We've never planned anything that we didn't do. Peru, I'm looking at you.
True, that was very well planned too.
I feel like that's the most fleshed out of a trip we ever did that we didn't go on.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
What were your favorite cities in India and what did you like about them? Basically, we've only been to 4 cities in India: Bangalore, Mangalore, Trivandrum, and Kochi. So out of those 4, which one is your favorite?
I don't know why, because there's not like there was that much to do there, but I still say Mangalore. It might just come from the culture shock and the friendly people, but that's the reason. That's why it's one of my favorites.
Honestly, same for me. I really do like Trivandrum and Kochi too, and Bangalore, but Mangalore just has that like place in my heart, just like our first India place. It's really might be that culture shock. There's a lot of good restaurants in Mangalore. Not that there wasn't a lot of good restaurants in the other cities too, but I don't know. It must just have that nostalgia blast of being our first India city and being
Yeah.
like, whoa, we're here.
I think so too, because I remember the food in Bangalore was amazing too. I mean, they all
Yeah,
had
it
their
was.
positives. Trivandrum had a lot of cool spots we could visit, and we met Tiny, who was very friendly, but otherwise the people were a bit less friendly than Kochi. But Kochi had insanely friendly people, very convenient to get around. Bangalore was so much to do just for the city, but
Yeah.
very busy out.
I guess Mangalore just has that. We had so many like preconceived notions and like thoughts about India, and then we went there and we are like, wow, this is so much different than we expected in a good way.
And it most matches our travel style, which is just going to a random spot and walking around.
Yeah, that is true. That was before we were travel vloggers. So we kind of just did whatever the heck we wanted in Mangalore. Whereas sometime, like in this new Kerala series, we kind of had to do things like for the vlog. Like we had like a list of things that we were like, oh, we should do this for the vlog. Where in Mangalore, we were just doing it to do it.
I mean, if we didn't do those things for the vlog, we would have gotten absolutely flame stirred in the comments.
If we decide to eat something because we're like, oh, that looks interesting, let's try it, and it's not one of the like things you're supposed to eat in a city, my gosh, the comments get straight psychopath real quick. Speaking of a psychopath comment, I want to go into this next question. It's actually not a question, it's just a comment I kind of thought was interesting, talking about why we always bring down Bangalore when comparing it to other cities.
That is interesting. I guess a big city like Bangalore is bound to have downsides. and the downsides are just very, very obvious.
In that video too, where they made that comment, we didn't really say that many negative things about Bangalore. We just talked about how awful the traffic was there. Bangalore is so big and it has so many people jammed into that city that it's going to have more downsides than some of the smaller cities that we like. And we went to areas in Bangalore that are definitely probably the least nice places that we've seen in India.
While also going to one of the probably the nicest place in India, the like UB city area, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But again, right next to some of the more rough areas of the city, so got that side to it. But also the biggest thing I think is just imagine just walking around the streets and instead of people like looking at you, seeming interested on why you're there, it's more like hostile looks constantly. That was just something that we weren't a fan of either.
Yeah, the friendliness for the most part. I mean, we still ran into a lot of friendly people, but it's not the same in Bangalore. Not at all. That's one of the reasons. So if you're wondering why we kind of jab at Bangalore throughout the series, that's why. The next question, what was your overall experience like in Kerala? I would say very positive.
To describe a few things: food, delicious but spicy as nuts. Weather, hot but manageable since we've been in Southeast Asia consistently. The people, very friendly. Obviously a few rough ones here and about, but I don't know if it's true. Every person on the comments where if there was anyone that was rude to us, they're like, oh, they're from North India. They're not actually from there. I don't know if it's true. We'll just say it's true. But yeah, people, amazing. Infrastructure, pretty solid, pretty clean. It was pretty inexpensive for the most part. I mean,
You didn't say cheap?
and sorry, I need to be correct for everyone.
Politically correct here, everybody. No cheapness. In Kochi and in Mangalore, there were very few scams. In Bangalore, we got scammed constantly, or attempts to be scammed constantly. And in Trivandrum, the scamming ramped up from Kochi. And the malls in Kerala were really nice. They had a lot of food options down there. What is our rating for Trivandrum itself?
Maybe a 4,759 out of 5,782.
That's pretty good. You probably could have just said like 4.7.
Next question. No, it was good. We had obviously a very memorable experience with Tiny. It's something we'll never forget. That's all I gotta say.
Food in Trivandrum was really, really good too. Like really, really good. What is your favorite food you ate? We're going to start with Kerala first. The favorite food we ate in Kerala, each of us. You can go ahead and go first.
Masala dosa.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That masala dosa was so good.
The foreigner choice. Oh, the foreigner choice. Oh, you guys only like masala dosa.
Are you dissing commenters right now?
No, no.
I think my favorite was the beef parota. That was so good. Beef fry.
It was
and the
delicious.
Kerala parota. So good.
I think I would have enjoyed that more if it wasn't so spicy.
It was really spicy. I did like the whole like the buffet thing too. That was really good. Especially that one, that banana and like caramel sauce thing was so good. Okay, now we can go to broader India and like Mangalore and Bangalore. Is there any other favorite food you had?
I always remember the pizza we had at the pizza place we had in Bangalore. It's
That
not
pizza
an
was
Indian food,
amazing.
but it was really, really good. And then the shawarma there was really good too. Empire Hotel. If we're going strictly Indian food, I would say their butter paneer and Empire was my favorite with the coin, whatever bread it was, some coin.
I remember in Mangalore, the shrimp at the seafood restaurant was so good.
Through the like really red shrimp.
Yeah,
fish
yeah,
too.
yeah. That was really good. Damn, we just had so much food. And then the Tibetan food we got in Bangalore too was so good.
And we didn't even mention Indian ice cream.
Oh my gosh, Indian ice cream is so dang good. We ate unbelievable food in India. And this is one of the things too about what we were saying earlier with we can't really do exactly what we want. When we were in Bangalore and Mangalore, we tried so many different restaurants. Like on this Kerala trip, we didn't get to try really any pizza. I had Pizza Hut during our fast food haul, but I didn't get to try, like, we didn't get to go to a fancy pizza restaurant like we did in Bangalore. And we didn't get to go to a Tibetan restaurant like we did in Bangalore. So we don't get to try like the Indian style of other countries' cuisines, which can be so good. Okay, from favorite food, we'll split it into sections again between Kerala and Karnataka. What is the least favorite food that you tried? Think of anything that was bad.
No, there's nothing sticking out to me. The only thing that I can really think of, the different pani puri type things we get in Barbecue Nation.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those pani puri.
And then I still liked it, but the Pandan chicken at Paragon was just okay.
The veg pizza McPuff is the greatest food of all time, so I won't say that.
I mean, we didn't mention that in the last section of our favorite foods because we just assumed everyone knew that it was our most famous, best, amazing, world class food.
Oh yeah.
Veg pizza McPuff.
I'm trying to think. I really can't think of anything else that was not good. Maybe some like French fries were underwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, Burger King French fries were soapy, and I guess Taco Bell, you got your cheese melt quesadilla, and the cheese wasn't melted. And yeah, that's for Kerala, and then for Karnataka food, for me, the kori roti, it tasted really good still. It's just the chicken was a bit sketchy, so kind of like a
Yeah, and for me, the Popeyes in Bangalore, awful. Any masala drink, any drink that's salty, just does not work. That's probably our least favorite Indian foods, I would guess.
If you don't like drinks with masala in them, why did you order it?
Sorry about
We
the
didn't
comment.
expect. What was it? It wasn't even called masala, was it?
No, it was called like orange something.
And yeah, it was not good. No, probably my least favorite Indian thing is salty drinks. I hate them. Why did you choose to visit those parts of India to vlog/explore?
The first thing is we opened Google Flights, our go-to flight thing. Not a sponsorship, I'm just saying it in a weird way. And that was the cheapest place to get to in India, basically anywhere South India for us.
Mangalore was completely random. We were in Dubai at the time and we were looking for flights. We were thinking of going to Oman. We were thinking of going to Pakistan. We were thinking of going to Kazakhstan. And then we saw Little Mangalore, one of the cheapest flights from Dubai somehow. And we were like, wow, that would be really interesting to go somewhere that we've never heard of. So we went.
That's basically our experience most of the time. We just go for a cheap flight.
Sometimes we go to more unknown places just because we think it'd be more cool. But yeah, it's usually just flight. When are you coming back again? Honestly, now that the India trip has come to an end, it's kind of made me have like an urge to go back and like experience new areas of India. But we don't know exactly when that's going to be.
Right now, if you can't tell, we're in different areas. I'm in the Philippines and Tyler's in the US. So getting to India is difficult. The way we had to get to India last time was a pretty long flight from the Philippines, and now he's in the US, which is even further.
So I'm going to guess it's not going to be until at least 2025. We actually do have a few more India videos coming soon. Like after our Nepal series, there'll be a few more India series from our journey back home to the Philippines. Other than that, we probably won't be coming back to India or South Asia even until 2025.
So stay tuned for those next few India videos. Just wait until our Nepal series before you all unsubscribe, please.
Yes, come on, guys. We have some epic journeys going on in another Indian state. Will you guys be linking up with Super Tiny again in the future?
You got his WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, he messaged me after the video was posted and he was like, hey, I saw the video. And I was like, awesome. And then he's like, let me know when you guys come back to Kerala. And I was like, all right. And we do plan to go back to Kerala. We do. We missed Aleppi. We missed Munnar. And there's tons of other places to check out. That Kerala is beautiful. So we will be going back hopefully and linking up with Tiny again.
I mean, we didn't even go to the dang temple in Trivandrum, the richest temple in the world.
Oh, and also a second follow-up question to that. Is he also a fan of Croc and Ducky?
1 second. Just for all of you people who didn't watch our Philippines or first Malaysia series, or maybe Vietnam. I don't know if he was in Vietnam or not. For those of you that didn't watch those series, I am going to show you them.
They've kind of fallen off the vlogs on this channel because they're so dang fat. We can't fit them in our bag anymore. Wait, he was in the first India series. He murdered you in Mangalore.
True. If you watched our first India series, you might actually know. If you're one of our OG India viewers, that's basically our first big vlog series that did well. Here's Ducker.
Hey, I'm a duck.
He killed me with ketchup. And this one you guys don't know is Crocker then. I won him at an amusement park in the Philippines. Not very smart.
If you want to see his origin story, watch the most popular video on our channel.
But they didn't meet Tiny. That was the question, right?
Oh, yeah. No, they didn't. Tiny does not know they exist, and that's probably a good thing, or he'd probably never talk to us again.
Yes, but that's very weird if we would approach a person we just met and be like,
Hey, how's it going? My name's Duck.
You never visited Northeast India. Why do you forget your fans in Northeast India? Traveling is expensive, and it can be hard So even though we wanted to go to Northeast India and we were actually, once again, planning a trip to Northeast India, it just did not work out money-wise and time-wise for us this time around, so we did not go.
I know you may think as vloggers with over 250 subscribers that we would be rich, but no, we basically spend all of the money we make on our trips on the next trip and so on and so forth. So our career might end if a vlog series doesn't do well. So if you expect us to come to a certain region, it requires a lot of research and a lot of effort to reach that region. And also we have fans from all over the world. We don't forget any of you. Going to a place does not mean we think of you. We think of you all the time. I got distracted. I don't know what I was talking about anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll be there hopefully eventually. It's a place we want to check out. It's a very unknown place of the world, I feel like. So I'm very curious to check that out. So if you want our channel to continue so we don't go broke, make sure to follow us on Facebook and TikTok and subscribe on YouTube, and hopefully we'll be posting actively. We have to do a lot of editing and stuff, and it's hard to post everywhere.
Go donate to our PayPal link in the description.
GoFundMe started.
We're actually starting a GoFundMe to support a charity. The charity is for Trifate's travels.
Yeah. Follow our Facebook and our TikTok, though. Link in the description. All right, kind of relating to that last comment, where do you want to go next in India?
Leh.
Leh.
That was a place that looked so cool and untouched, and we wanted to really, really go there. We planned a trip there.
I think we planned a trip everywhere at this point.
And then Northeast India, we were looking into that too. Obviously, North India, it'd be so cool to see the craziness. Varanasi, Tamil Nadu.
I wouldn't be against going to anywhere in India just to kind of check it out, see the differences between every state and every region.
Even like a really small city, like 100 people.
The smallest city we've been to is 600,000 people.
They're large.
That is very large. We'll be able to travel more if you follow our Facebook and our TikTok down in the description below, and our Instagram.
And if you make sure to like and subscribe to this channel if you're not already. And you can go check out Trifate Geo, our other channel, where we post India reactions.
Yeah.
I mean, Kalki 298980. I don't remember the number exactly. We just checked out the trailer.
And you can check out our Trifate Minecraft channel where we never mind.
Should we tell them about Trifate Roblox yet?
No, that one's a secret.
Oh, sorry.
Now we're going to get into some of the weirder. Some of them are weird and some of them are still normal, but let's go ahead and do a weird one. Is India poor? This is a question that is interestingly framed because some people will claim India is poor because there are a lot of poor people and a lot of poverty in the country, and others will claim that India is not poor because there are some that are very wealthy and some places that are very nice.
Let me just list the statistics here, so we have no opinion involved in this, so you can't freak out about us at all. Total GDP, India ranks 5th in the world. Now, GDP per capita, India ranks 136th. What does that tell you? What type of nuance do you want to add to that? You can add whatever you want.
If you want it to be negative, you can make it negative. If you want it to be positive, you can make it positive. That is the ultimate situation, political situation, where people will always think they're right. So there you go.
If you want our actual opinion on it, there are definitely some of the poorest places we have ever visited have been in India.
But also, the largest house in the entire world we also saw is also in India.
That's the world for you. When the rich wage war, it's the poor who
die. Exactly. How many times did you guys shat yourself after the meals there?
We required a hotel visit after almost every Indian food.
Yeah, we had to plan our journeys around that.
If you know what that means.
Did sit well in the stomach.
But, I mean, it wasn't terrible, I wouldn't say. We maybe got minor food poisoning towards the end, but...
We never shat ourselves, but we did diarrhea in the toilet many times.
Very close encounters.
Don't you have anything else to do than complain all the time? This is a comment we get in a lot of countries because we don't sugarcoat our observations. We actually kind of do sometimes just to avoid mass, like uproar of some obvious things, but generally if we see something happening that is inconvenient, annoying, or bad, we will point at it and be like, oh, this sucks. And then people will get mad at us for pointing out what is literally happening in front of our eyes.
Typically, the negative things we point out are things that shouldn't be negative, but they are. So that's why we're pointing it out, because we're like, this shouldn't be like this. It could be so much better.
Yeah.
Easily, but it's not. There are definitely a few times where we may complain a little bit too much about the weather, something like that, but typically we cut that out of the video after we say it one or two times, so you don't even see that.
So if it's something that's in the video that we're complaining about, it's probably more just you being a little bit insecure about where we are and your country, to the point where us saying, wow, the traffic really sucks in Bangalore, shouldn't make you mad. It should be like, you should probably be like, yeah, it does suck, because it does.
I hope that we can work together to find a resolution for this issue.
Yeah.
And let me point out some irony here. Imagine writing a comment complaining about someone complaining. Isn't that quite ironic that you are complaining? Why are you complaining so much,
I thought
sir?
so. Oh.
Checkmate.
Where's Munnar and the Aleppi backwaters?
I think they're in Kerala. Next question. I'm sure they were asking about where the vlogs are.
Next time, guys. We didn't have enough time to get out there. Munnar is just too far out for us to get to in the time that we had.
Yeah, Munnar, it's too far.
You know, that's a bar.
Oh.
Jar. And last but not least, what about Nepal video? Why isn't that a coincidence?
I think you might just want to wait a few days, sir.
We will see you all in Nepal in a few days. Thanks for watching our Q&A.
You almost had it. We will see you all in Nepal before the fall.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't know how you're going to get to that fall, but before the fall works, technically. Technically the truth.
No need to make a call, because we'll be in the hall. That's all.
Pretty tall. Fall.
Thank you all
for watching the video. See you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching our series. We'll be back in India, hopefully sometime soon. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to subscribe. Check out our other series. If you didn't check out the Karnataka series, there is a playlist. All those videos are in our India playlist. You can check those out. Mangalore, Bangalore, our first ever experiences in India. So that was a pretty crazy experience for us. Our next series will be at India's neighbors, Nepal, so you can check out those videos. And we've been all over Southeast Asia, some places in Europe, and even the USA. So check out our vlogs.
Since you stayed to the end of this video, we'll give you a little bonus info. If you stay tuned for about 1 month, we will be posting our Mumbai series. We have a few videos posting from just as that was kind of our flight out.
All right, see you guys before the fall for Mumbai.
In Nepal.
That's all. All right, bye.